Hey now, welcome.
Welcome to E&J Sports Radio. It is April 5th. We are here in Woodbury, New Jersey, here to cover the NBA and NFL for you today. Big shout out to JG Beats for hooking us up with music for today's podcast. I am Eli Zarzecki, here with my co-host,
Jaquay Ruff, and let's get to the nitty gritty. So, first NFL topic, Eli. Deshaun Watson and the Texans. Are they the most slept on team? Coming into this new season, obviously Deshaun Watson showed out last season. If you double his games last year and his stats, he had 38 touchdowns and 3,400 yards.
And for a rookie, that's pretty impressive, if I do say so myself, Jaquay.
That is insane. And they were winning. You remember that game against the Seahawks? Completely showed out. So, I mean, slept on teams. Their defense is obviously real with J.J. Watt, Jadeveon Clowney, and all them boys.
And they just signed the Honey Badger.
They did sign Tyrann Mathieu.
Back from injury this.
If Deshaun Watson can stay healthy, what is their ceiling?
If Deshaun stays healthy and their defense stays healthy for the full season, I see them coming out in the playoffs as number one seed in their division.
The number one seed. Let that be known that Tom Brady is still in the league with the New England Patriots. Now, obviously, the AFC is weak, and Deshaun Watson is a budding star, but the number one seed is very high. I'll say the number one seed is very high. My sleeper team, I don't even know if they're a sleeper because all the offseason moves, which we will get into, is probably Los Angeles Rams. I mean, Jared Goff is emerging as a really good quarterback. They already have MVP caliber Todd Gurley.
With their addition of Sue, Marcus Peters, Keith Talib, Sam Shields,
all them boys.
Prove a challenge for the Eagles.
May we say a new Legion of Boom?
Maybe. Thank you for tuning in to E&J Sports. We'll be right back.
He's remarked high as a QB prospect. He's no agent. And maybe a little racial issues?
Maybe.
So. We're talking about Lamar Jackson from Louisville.
Now, Lamar Jackson has incredible talent. That can't be denied.
Come on.
But for some reason, NFL teams want to work him out as a wide receiver.
What?
They don't want to give him the respect as a quarterback, which he deserves, which he earned in his 3 seasons at Louisville, putting up amazing stats. In his 3 years, he boasted a quarterback rating of 126.8.
Insane.
148.8.
Unbelievable.
And then 146.6. It's incredible.
Lamar Jackson is arguably one of the best college QBs to ever step foot on the college field, honestly. And his stats back him up. His highest interception rate was 10? 10. Sam Darnold obliterated that this year, and he's arguably number one prospect.
To be a wide receiver. They don't want him to be a quarterback. Why?
Obviously, he's 6'3", 211. That is a great size for a wide receiver. But he's a quarterback at heart. He doesn't want to work out as a wide receiver. He's crazy athletic. He can do the things on the quarterback or in the quarterback position that a quarterback needs to do. Obviously, his accuracy and his throwing needs to get better. But he's a rookie. Like, people work on that stuff, and I know why teams want him. Like, he's like such a desirable athletic beast that they can work out as a wide receiver. Speak of Braxton Miller, they're looking like a Braxton Miller type of thing. But if Lamar Jackson doesn't want to work out as a wide receiver, he won't.
His tape, his stats speak for himself.
How can you try out a Heisman-winning QB as a wide? It blows my mind.
I understand durability concerns, but he's
a
quarterback.
And I understand the past running QBs that hasn't really panned out for the league. RG3, but he's just a stud, and I can't wait to see what team he gets drafted to and how they handle him.
Hopefully, a team gives him a chance.
Moving on.
What we were talking about earlier, we're going to get back to about the Rams.
Definitely.
Their off-season moves. I think, without any doubt, the Rams have had the best offseason in the NFL. What would you say?
In my recent years, this has been the craziest NFL offseason. Are you kidding me right now? Aqib Talib, Sam Shields, Marcus Peters, and Ndamukong Suh, with the people they have on their defense.
You're putting Suh next to Aaron Donald.
One of them is only going to get doubled.
Suh is on a 1-year contract, so he's motivated. You know he's motivated.
He's a physical beast. Aqib Talib and Marcus Peters on the outside.
Marcus Peters is a young superstar.
Wow.
Just getting into his prime.
Wow. Now, bringing up the Philadelphia Eagles, they should be worried. Jared Goff, Todd Gurley, their defense is legit. Their defense is real. A really good coach, Sean McVay, and they are looking scary. This has to be a top 5 biggest offseason in the NFL. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that. Just for the record, for the Los Angeles Rams.
The Rams had an amazing offseason.
Amazing.
You can't question that.
You are currently tuned in to E&J Sports Talk. We'll be back in a few moments.
Now, moving on to the NBA. Recently, the 76ers clinched the playoff berth and are currently 4th seed in the East. What do you feel about that?
Now, trust the process is processing now. I mean, Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, Markelle Fultz, JJ Redick, and the boys clinched the playoffs, and they're dangerous. I'm very high on the Sixers because the East is really, everyone thinks the East is weak, and it is because John Wall missed a lot of time. Kyrie just got surgery. LeBron lost a lot of people. The East is wide open. If the Sixers grow up and don't play young and play like they can, Joel Embiid is a star. No one can guard them on the Cavaliers. Ben Simmons is a star rookie of the year. The Sixers can go to the conference finals.
Right now, yes or no?
Yes. They're playing at an elite level. Kyrie just got surgery. They don't have to see LeBron until the conference finals.
JoJo just got hurt, but he's supposed to be back. He's supposed to only miss maybe a game, they say.
Yeah.
His injury, I don't think that's going to affect him that much.
It's
on the
his
court.
face.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was anything other than face, I'd be worried, but it's his face. So JoJo is a trooper, and he will play in the playoffs. I guarantee that.
Now, moving on to very important discussion across everywhere dealing with the NBA. MVP race.
Come on.
Now, Jaquay, who are your top 2 MVP candidates this year?
I don't think it's really hard to say the top 2 because it's definitely LeBron James and James Harden.
I agree.
James Harden's first in the West. LeBron is in year 15 and he's having the best year of his career. So, I mean, those two are definitely the top 2 MVP candidates.
Insane. One of the best years, if not the best year of his career, in year 15 in the NBA.
This is unfathomable to even think about.
Can you say GOAT?
I've been pushing against it, but he is pushing back harder than ever this year, so I can't really argue that LeBron will go down as the best player of all time.
Now, I know my take on this MVP race, but I want to hear yours first. Who would you vote for MVP?
So it's a tough choice, and I got to go with James Harden just because he's first in the West. The man is a walking bucket. He's averaging 30. He's averaging 8 assists and 5 rebounds, almost 2 steals. And James Harden is not known as a defensive player. I know steals can be a little fluttered stat, but Harden is putting up the insane numbers. He's got 253. He's leading the league in threes, leading the league in points. He's 3rd in assists. James Harden is for real. He's the real deal.
He did definitely turn that defense around. It used to be a meme, if you remember, a few seasons ago, and now he's really putting in effort, really playing well.
He got to. 6'6". He's a long 225. Play defense, James, and he's doing it.
Now, for me, I usually say LeBron year in, year out. MVP, most valuable player. That's what LeBron is. You take him off the Cavs, they're not going to do anything close to what they're doing with him. They'd be a lottery team. Definitely. But accepting what the MVP is in the NBA, which is more of a best player that season award.
Best player on the best team type of thing.
Yeah. It would definitely be James Harden this year. Now, if LeBron and the Cavs, if they were number 1 in the East, it'd be much more of a debate.
Much closer.
But James Harden has taken the Rockets to number 1 seed in the West ahead of the Warriors, OKC, the Spurs, all the other teams in the West. Number 1 seed. And it's not close. It's, it's by a couple games. Yeah. It's pretty good.
And I like how you come at the MVP race. It's not how the NBA looks at it. You're saying LeBron James is by far the best player in the world.
Of course.
He's the most valuable on the Cavs. It doesn't matter who else is putting up the crazy numbers. He is the engine that takes them wherever they go, averaging 28, 9, and 8. Literally the best year of his career offensively. And he's still the 3rd seed just because he's lost players in and out of the lineup. I don't think he's had one full healthy lineup all year. And he's just the GOAT in year 15, putting up numbers that will blow your mind.
What he's done with these 2 completely different rosters this season is incredible.
Seriously.
But James Harden has both of our votes for MVP race this year in the NBA. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to this episode of E&J.
Come on, come on, come on.
I'd like to thank Jaquay, my co-host, for taking the time to be here with me to discuss these topics.
Very welcome.
Great time like always.
Obviously love sports, and we'll always be talking sports.
And I'd like to thank our sponsors, Rowan College of Gloucester County.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys.
Thanks for tuning in.